Miracles come while we in the fight. Don't give up and hold him tight. You will have a visible battle scar, but never forget who you are and fight, fight, fight.
Hello, and welcome to Embracing the Fight. I am Erica Lamar, your digital creator and host. Embracing the Fight was created to help normalize the conversation surrounding physical and mental health issues and concerns. And if you've been following me, you'll know that I wanted to start a conversation off talking about my journey with thyroid cancer. Though I feel like I'm healed and I feel, that I'm out of the woods with it all, I'm still awaiting the results of my tumor marker test. And if you recall, I went and I had some lab work done at the end of February, and it showed that I have hyperactive, it's not really hyperactive thyroid, but because I don't have a thyroid, gland anymore, but the thyroid hormone replacement level is high in my blood. So now we're just trying to determine, whether or not I'm going to need the radioactive iodine. But you know how I felt about all of that in the last podcast when I talked about, wanting to have kids and all that sort of thing. However, this podcast, this episode, is very near and dear to me because it's about accountability. So, with all the things that are going on in the world, you see people do stuff and it's almost like they have no conscience at all. And it's like, how could you not have a conscience? How can you do the things that you do and don't think about the repercussions of what's been done? And you often hear me say that you should give a person grace. But there are situations where grace has been given over and over and over again, and you don't see the fruit of giving that grace. So that's why I want to talk about accountability in this episode. Well, you all know that if I have to have the RAI, I have to get on a low iodine diet. You know what it means. It means everything is fresh or it doesn't have any taste. I hate to be like that. I mean, I love salad, I love fruit, and I love lots of different things. But if you notice, iodized salt is in a lot of things that you just can have. So I'm fine with cooking. I'm fine with, preparing meals. That's not, my issue. My issue is I like the way that things taste. And plus, I absolutely love seafood. That is my favorite food. But I know that seafood is high in iodine. So in order for me to have RAI, I can't eat or consume a whole lot of iodine. So I went on Facebook and I'm, in a few groups here and there. And I talked to a few ladies there and I was explaining to them, what I'm trying to do. And the first thing one of them said was, if you get on a low iodine diet and stay on it, you lose all the weight you want to lose. So my problem, I'll just be honest, y'all, is consistency. So I don't have a problem or anything when it comes to consistency with work or with doing tasks or performing. The consistency I have an issue with is exercising regularly and eating like I should. Because life happens. And, when life happens, it's like, I'll do it tomorrow or, I'll get to it at some point. So as I was talking to these ladies, they were, telling me their stories and, how they're making it through what they have going on, and they're losing weight. They look good, and they're, developing different physiques. And they're like, I didn't look this good when I was in my 20s. And I'm sitting here, just looking at them develop, looking at them change, seeing the whole process. And I'm still doing nothing but just watching. And I'm just being honest here. I want to look my very best. I want to do the work, but I struggle with the consistency of walking every day, or riding a bike every day, or going to the gym every day, or playing tennis every day. And y'all know I love some tennis. I will play tennis for hours now. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try to play tennis for some hours, because, now that I'm not in as great a shape, my body does not like it when I play for several hours. But y'all, let the spirit be with me. I'll be playing in a tennis tournament this weekend for a charitable organization, and that's Sowing Seeds Tennis. And if you wanted to check them out, if you want to give them a donation, or if you just want to drop by the tournament, check out sowingseedstennis.org. And if you have any other questions, make sure you put them down, in the comments, and I can see what I can do. If you want to play, if you want to get in there, if you want to vie for a trophy, if you just want to come out and you want to see some good tennis, that's the place to be this weekend. And in case you're wondering, it's in St. Petersburg, Florida. All right, so I said all that to say this: I'm surrounded by people who have good habits when it comes to exercise, and it's not rubbing off. So I wish it were something that I could just sit next to somebody and it just happens, but it doesn't work like that. So first thing I know you have to do is be intentional. So I started to write it down. I started to say, on this day, I ate this. On this day, I did this much exercise. Or I even look through my phone and I look at the amount of steps. And y'all, was pitiful. One day I had like maybe 2,000 steps. And then the very next day I said, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. When I got home, it said I had done almost 14,000 steps for the day. So the previous day I had opportunity to do the same thing, but I didn't. And it's like, I want great results and I want amazing things to happen. I want to be healthy. I want to be better. I want my body to continue to fight this cancer and any other illnesses that may befall me. I want my body to be strong and I want to fight. But that's my mind that says that. Body's got to do the work. So if you're out there and you're saying, that's me, what I want you to do is hold me accountable. Send me a message on Facebook and tell me. And my handle on Facebook is Embracing the Fight. Tell me what your goals are. Tell me what it is that you're looking to do. And we'll hold each other accountable. And I'll start making some shorts where you can see me, out sweating and walking and exercising, and not just like pouring a water bottle on myself, making a video or anything like that. Cause that's not my thing. Honesty and integrity are very near and dear to me. So that's not something I would do, to convince people to, be more accountable for their health. I want to say that I did it. You can too. So right now, when I got on the scale this morning, it said 242.8 pounds. 242.8. So the goal is to be under 200 pounds by the summertime. So I have decided, Lord have mercy, after this weekend, I'm going to start with a low iodine diet. Now, I'm planning on going on vacation. And when I go on vacation that week, I'm giving myself grace, to live, to taste, to try some new things, because I'll be in a country that I've never been to before. And I want to taste the local fare. And, you don't necessarily know if it's got iodine in it or not. And, who goes up to the chef and says, hey, excuse me, do you have iodine in this dish? Nobody does that. I mean, you could, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't speak the language. One, two, it's like, how do you insult a dish without even tasting it? So I'm giving myself grace, for that week. But beyond that week, I will stick to a low iodine diet. And I want you all to hold me accountable. I mean, just send me messages, something. I need this encouragement. I need your involvement. Because apparently, what I've tried in the past, it hasn't necessarily worked the way that I want it to, because I know I'm inconsistent. So when it comes to that, knowing that I'm helping someone else get along or do better, then I do better. So I'll give you an example. When I was living in Mobile, I won't say her name, but I had a friend that was struggling with her weight. And that's when, I was finding cat hair. Then, honey, I mean, you couldn't pinch an inch off of me. And, she may have been, 100 pounds overweight. And we would go to the park and we would walk every day. And little did I know, I was making myself better and stronger just by, helping her. And I was helping her not be discouraged. And I noticed, the definition in my legs was getting, even nicer. And I was like, oh, okay. And all of this just from walking uphill, just from helping someone else to become better. And while I was there, she never gave up. And she's doing so much better physically now. Even though she's not, the size that she may want to be, she's much healthier than she was because we held each other accountable. And I need an accountability partner here. So, like I said, if you can send me a message on Facebook to Embracing the Fight, or just come on my page on the Embracing the Fight page on Facebook and say, hey, I listened to your podcast, episode 10, the accountability episode, and please, please, please join me. This is what I'm doing. I'm riding a bike, 50 miles. I might go 5 and I have to owe you 45, but I will definitely try to do whatever it is that you're doing now. Can't swim. I know all the different stereotypes behind that, but I'm willing to try, because anything I try, I know that there's someone else out there that's right along with me trying as well, and we're getting better together. And that's what this life is about. This life is really about getting better together, growing, loving your neighbor, being kind, giving, doing the things that God would have you do. And even though, we don't know each other necessarily, we might just be strangers passing on the street. But I feel like even when I walk through a store and someone, glances over and gives me a smile, it feels like they're my neighbor, like we're connected in some way. So by you listening to this podcast, we are connected. And I'm asking that you hold me accountable in this connection. So I start showing y'all what I'm writing, as far as what I'm eating and as far as the type of exercise that I'm doing. And I'll show you clips and all of that. This going to be a little bit, extra for me. I won't start doing that, like I said, until after the tennis tournament, because it'd be kind of difficult, to do that and then play matches during the day, because then actually I kind of be cheating in a sense, because I'd be exercising for fun and not out of necessity in a sense, and not out of a sense of accountability, because I paid to be in the tournament and I am there to help, this charitable organization. So besides holding myself accountable with exercise, like I said, I want to hold myself accountable with what I eat as well. And one of the things that I heard the ladies say that are looking so good and feeling so well, one thing that I heard them say is that the first thing they do when they get up in the morning is they pray. I pray in the morning, but it's not, consistent. It's not like jump off the bed, boom, I pray. Sometimes I get up and I'm like, oh Lord, it's time for me to hurry up and get ready to go to work. And I jump in the shower and I pray. Or I'm like, oh man, jump in the shower, out of the shower, put on clothes, get in the truck, and then turn the truck on. Lord, thank you. I do it like that. I'm not consistent with hitting it the same time every day. And I said, I have to force myself to do something like that in order to make my life more consistent in the terms of exercise, eating right. Because if I'm spiritually feeding myself, same time, every day, all these other things will fall in line, because these ladies are saying, okay, I'm praying, and after I pray, I stretch, or I warm up, then I stretch, or I pray, warm up, stretch, go for a run. And they talk about all the different things that they do, and then there's another woman that they're doing this with, or if they're, married, then they have their spouse, or they have a child, but it's someone that they're doing it with that helps to motivate them. They're saying even on those days where they wake up and they're like, oh, really? I got to do this again? Like, why don't it just fall off? They realize that in those moments, somebody else is counting on them. It's not often that both people wake up and say, I don't want to do this today. You always have one that's like, okay, I might not want to do this, but let me push through. And that's what I need. I need y'all to help me push through. Because I remember what it felt like and what it looked like to be a healthy weight. And I know that there are a lot of you out there that are saying the same thing. And then you hear people say that once you reach a certain age that, oh, it's inevitable, you're going to be this big or you're not going to be flexible. Honey, I looked at Jennifer Lewis and I love her, absolutely, as a comedian, and how open she is about her mental health. But that lady kicked her leg straight up in the air in a picture that they captured and put it on the Essence magazine. I can't kick my foot up past my waist without me, pulling it. She did it on her own, just whoosh, and it was right up there. I'm like, my leg needs some convincing to get up there, and I got to hold it for it to stay up there. So age has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's all about what's in your mind and what you're determined to do. And she has accountability partners. She has people that she checks in with regularly, that care for her, that she loves. And it's like the greatest thing when you hear these seasoned ladies that talk about the importance of genuine friendships, relationships, and accountability. And that's exactly what I want. So my best friends, they don't live like close to me. They live, hours away, states away. And sure, they can call me up and they, oh, did you go for a walk today? Sure, yeah, I did. And I'm like, I walked in my head. But no, I would really tell them if I did or, didn't walk. But I'm saying, just imagine if I had my best friend here with me to walk. Then I will walk. But I'll get up, I'll even put the stuff on, get to the door, and then just be like, I don't feel like walking today. And then it's like, what? I don't feel like walking today. What? I don't feel like walking today. So I don't walk. And then there are days that I go out there, grab a bike, get ready to get on the bike, and it's like, I don't feel like riding a bike today. Because it's so much more fun when you're doing it with someone. And even if somebody wants to get on Zoom and I put you on my phone and sit you on the handlebars, or I just get on a phone call and we look at each other, walk and talk. That's a start. But I'm going to be actively looking for some ladies in this area to join me in being healthier, encouraging one another, and working on being better accountability partners so we can grow together. That's one of the things that is very near and dear to me anyway. Is strengthening and encouraging women. I love our men. Yes, I do. But it's something about seeing a sister get up and grow that does my heart well. So I'm asking ladies out there, y'all get an accountability partner. Do this thing together. And when springtime ends and summertime is here, you'll have that summertime body and you'll have that summertime feeling. You won't feel like, oh, I just want to stay around the house. No, you're going to feel like getting a new wardrobe or going to the beach or not having to take medication. That's definitely a perk. Not having to take something because, you don't need it anymore. So let's get healthy together. So, like I said, this episode was very, very, very near and dear to me because I want to be healthy and I want you all to be healthy as well. And also, I want you guys to know that the scar that I have on my neck, it's getting to a point where you can barely see it. So, you guys watching on YouTube, you see it's almost gone. And the folks that's listening to me via podcast only, the scar started off about the width, say, of a pencil, and it was at the base of my neck in the center. Now it just looks like a line going across, and it's almost smooth. And it's because of what I've been using to help even it out. And I'll just tell you, because at first I was thinking, I'll try to get with this company and talk to them about, what they have. But the product is amazing. And if you have scars, if you have keloids, if you have anything like that, and you want it to, fade as much as this did, because think about it, I had surgery December, the 21st. And it's just what? March? And it's smooth and flat. And it's the very beginning of March. I mean, to the touch, it's smooth. Like, I don't even feel, that raised feeling that you have from where the scar is healing on the inside. It's flat. It's almost blended to the same level of my skin. But the name of it is SkinCeuticals. And it's a progressive scar gel that has silicone in it. And when I say that stuff is amazing, it's amazing. I had to do a short so I can show you what it looks like going on, what the bottle looks like, and, let you guys check it out because I'm saying it's amazing. I might even try it on, a stretch mark and see what happens because this is amazing to me because I imagine that I would have this scar, almost from ear to ear and I would see it every day. Now I have to get close to the mirror, to really look to see where it is. So SkinCeuticals, and it is a advanced scar gel and it has silicone in it. So check it out. Go to SkinCeuticals website. It's amazing. And I said all that to say this. I'm encouraging you to hold each other accountable. And by sharing that information, I'm hoping to help someone. You don't always have to get paid for information that you give to help someone else because the return on it is so much greater. So thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me on Embracing the Fight. I am your digital creator and host, Erica Lamar. Thank you so much and have an amazing day.